Good afternoon, entrepreneurial clinicians. Welcome to Monday, the 9th of March. Yes, you're all going, how the heck did it end up being Monday, the 9th of March? Time just keeps marching on. And some of you will be experiencing the phenomenon of time zone changes this week. Lucky you, but also lucky me, because that means I have to work it out, because there'll be questions asked in all of my groups from people working in the USA. Love time zone changes. Anywho, something interesting I did today. I made some Google searches and I wanted to look for an image that might have been able to describe trapped. Don't put that in a search engine. And then I was looking at something else and just wanted to Google small gardens. Don't put that in a search engine. People are weird. And now I'm very concerned about anybody who looks at my browsing history thinking that I have some fetishes and things that I don't, because I must admit the prude in me was going, oh, make it stop, make it stop, make it stop. Just letting you know what not to do. Hey, I'm curious though, have anybody watching, either now live, hello live people, or watching the replay, have you chosen a word for the year? Because I'm really curious about this. I'm really curious because my word for the year doesn't seem to be coming to fruition. The purpose of choosing a word for a year is to ground us. It's to help us return back to something. It's to inspire, encourage, and motivate. When done with intention, this word should conjure up images or feelings or sensations that are pleasant. It's like planting a seed for in the future. The way I help my clients to go, what is your word for the year, is by December 31, it's December 31, 2020. How do you want to feel? How do you want to be? What do you want to have experienced this year? And I encourage everybody to come with a word or a phrase that helps them remember that, so we can be anchored by it. That's the better word, anchored by it. So it helps you to come back to the right thing at the right time, because, you know, we can have business plans, we can attend planning days, we can do all of the tools around planning and productivity, but does anybody go back and read them or revisit them? Have you worked out how to implement them and integrate them into your day-to-day life? I have so many planning tools and diaries. My husband is an expert on this whole planning thing. Yeah, I find there's so much information competing for attention in my brain that if I try to think of a system or another process or go and find that thing, I find that really hard work. And at the moment, I've got lots of things competing for my attention. My emotions are being used up in ways that I'm not really used to. So for me to try and think of all the words or go back and review all the plans or go back and read all the books, it's just not going to happen. Right now, I can assure you I find that exhausting. And I know I'm not alone. How do I know that I'm not alone? Because working with my one-on-one coaching clients, I did this little revision exercise with them where I said, so how are we all going with our word of the year? Most people could not remember what they had chosen for their word. There we go. I think most of the people I work with have significant memory loss. No, I'm joking. I know that that's true. Now, the reason why I know my word is because my tree symbolizes my word. My word is bloom, because I didn't want the pressure that comes with something like growth. I am anti-hustle because I hustled my way into illness, and I just don't think that hustle, it just becomes hassling. But I do think we need ambition, because ambition creates a certain amount of tension that allows us to be achievement and solution focused. Anyway, the word according to Joe. So if you're not reflecting on your goals, or if you're not reflecting on what you wanted to experience, you're at risk of floating along and letting other things interrupt you. So you've got your shiny things, you've got your noise, you've got your FOMO because there's another conference that you wanted to go to where all the cool people are going to be and you didn't get to go there, and oh my God, I need to be on that conference. This word is an anchor. It helps you stay in your lane. It helps you focus on the right thing right now. So I'm curious, for those of you who did choose a word for this year, how's it going? Is that word coming to fruition? Can you see parts of this word? Can you see this word coming out in parts of your business activity or your life activity? Because chances are it might not be turning up the way you thought it would. So one of my clients, her word was growth, and it was very much about financial growth that allows her to do more and more things. And when we reviewed it, she said, you know what? It's all about cash flow. And I do not want cash flow to be my word, but that is all I think about. It's all I talk about. It's the only thing that matters to me because I am sick of it being such a hassle. People, cash flow is an issue regardless of what stage you are in your business. You just learn how much you can tolerate in terms of risk, and you just learn that the cash is going to be flowing if you're doing the work to bring the cash in to be flowing. So it doesn't matter if you're making $100 grand or $1 million, you're still going to have cash flow issues. I can attest to that. So mine is bloom, because my business is at a point where we don't need any more services and products. We don't need any more goods. I don't need to go and learn anything. I've got a great team. In fact, I had another person say, can I come and be a part of your team? Which is cool. 2 years I've been waiting for that to happen. So I'm ready to bloom. I'm ready for my practice to bloom. I'm ready for my coaching clients to bloom. I'm ready for my Success Mindset Masterclass to bloom. I'm ready for some other online offerings within Purple Co to bloom. I am ready to bloom. In fact, this year feels like it has been the year of the interruption. We've had health issues in my family. Then we had the great bushfire crisis. Then we had floods. Then we have toilet paper crisis. And we actually have a virus which is causing considerable problems for the economy of Australia, which is not going to be limited to just now. It's probably going to take, 12 months to work itself out. But I really came back to this word today about blooming, about what is it going to take? How do I need to redirect myself to come back, to bring to fruition this sense that this business is blooming? And for me, it's not about growth around money. Every time I have focused on financial growth, we have gone backwards. It's always about who can we serve? Who needs our help? How do we get ourselves in front of more of the right clients? Who else needs to know about us so that we can be helping them and serving them? It is just the way I'm wired. It has got nothing to do with a money mindset and got everything to do with having the heart to serve other people. Because I believe that if I do that and I do it with wisdom and integrity, then the money will follow. It's just how I have learned to be. All the reading I've done and all the people I've listened to, it's like, oh, I'm not the only one. That's the way it goes. But it does cause me to need to be wise and make sound financial decisions. It doesn't just mean growth because you can spend all the time. Tried that before today. That doesn't work either. There's a lot of debt that makes you feel very sick in the evenings. So coming back, what can you do to redirect yourself back to this word that you want to experience? So for me today, having another health professional reach out going, I think I want to be a part of your team, and me going, I think I want you to be on a part of my team, has helped me realize that Purple Co isn't interrupted. Purple Co is ready to bloom. Purple Co just needs more people to serve, more clients to be able to help, more people to empower. So my role as the business owner, CEO, marketing director, CFO, whatever it is I'm doing, my role is to make sure that all my people have enough people to be able to serve. That is how I'm going to bring blooming into fruition this year. So I'm curious, for those of you who are watching, if you're bold enough, I'd like to know what your word is and maybe what the interpretation of your word has been. And then what is one thing that you can do to redirect yourself back to the word that you want to experience by the end of 2020? Cool way to start the week, huh? I'm looking forward to hanging out some more this week. And until then, go be your awesome self.